Miguel Angel Moratinos, the United Nations High Representative for the Alliance of Civilizations and UN Special Envoy to combat Islamophobia, welcome to Al Arabiya, sir.
Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure.
I would like to start with Islamophobia. Regrettably, Islamophobia has recently become more pronounced, more systematic on a global scale. Currently, this negative trend tends to extend beyond the borders of any single country and is observed in many parts of the world. Hostility towards Muslims, hatred and intolerance against Muslims, and anti-Islamic sentiment are becoming increasingly widespread and severe. As the special envoy to combat Islamophobia, what do you attribute this to, and how can this trend be turned around?
Well, first let me start by the importance of having this new mechanism, this new instrument that the whole international community, because it has been adopted by the UN General Assembly resolution, followed by the specific, other General Assembly resolution in 2022, 2024, and unanimously, by consensus, the whole member state decided to appoint a special envoy to fight Islamophobia. That means that the whole world is aware that something has to be done. And it has to be done because, as you said, there is a rise, unfortunately, in discrimination, in violence, in hostility towards Islam and towards Muslim people. And that has to be, addressed in a way that we can eradicate this feeling of hate, this feeling of misunderstanding, this feeling of confusion about what is Islam, what is the place of Muslim, and the rights of each Muslim to exert their faith, their belief in peace and in justice and dignity with respect of the other.
Would you say there's a rise in institutional Islamophobia in Europe?
Absolutely, yes. I'm very much concerned. Practically, the question of Islamophobia is part of the political debate in elections. It's something that has surprised me. That's something that I'm going to address as one of my priorities, because it's not normal. I mean, I think you can discuss about economy, you can discuss about, a situation of, social justice, but why religion is taking place so much important in the political debate? We are confronting that the right-wing parties, the more populist ones, are very much against Muslim people. And I think we have to try to explain with the governments, with the leadership, to work together in order to deconstruct this negative, address and understanding of what is Islam and what is the Muslim world and the Muslim communities.
Is there a link between the rise of Islamophobia and in some societies and the spread of the use of social media, especially among youth?
I agree with this comment because, of course, media is the one that presents things and that can go or present narrative and can present, perception. And social media multiply that with any control. And that is going to be one of the main activities of our work, is how to work with media and social media, how to establish certain, elements that can reconcile this conflict of that Article 19, Article 18 of Universal Human Rights Declaration said freedom of speech and freedom of faith and freedom of exercising religious beliefs. So in the Western world, it seems that freedom of speech is the only one. No, it's as important as the freedom of respecting your religion and your faith. And so that has to be address in a much more active manner in order that we can find the right balance, that both are interacting together in a positive manner.
In Indonesia and parts of East Asia, Islam is evolving and adapting to new realities. How did this come about? And is this an example how to possibly deal with Islamophobia?
I'm very happy you put that question to me, because we've been working together with Indonesia. Indonesia is a big country, one of the biggest Muslim Islamic countries, and that have gone through a very interesting evolution. We have very good relation with, different organizations, the most important Nahdlatul Ulama, that have, there are more than 40, 50 million members, and they are projecting an Islam of moderation, of modernity, of lack of fundamentalism. So that is a model that we should try to work together more. And it's an example that Islam is plural, but at the same time they are taking into account the new elements in today's life. And I think Indonesia that have this motto, diversity in unity. No? When we organized the Alliance, the Global Forum in Bali, under this motto is part. No, we are united, but we are diverse. So diversity is not a dirty word, on the contrary. So I think the Indonesian model is worth to develop and work together.
I'd like to move now to the Alliance of Civilization. The United Nations Alliance of Civilization had a long-held motto, many cultures, one humanity. Based on this, it was created by then the late United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan in 2005 to embrace and promote cultural diversity, religious pluralism, and mutual respect. In reality, how are you promoting these ideals?
We are this year celebrating and commemorating 20 years. That will go to take place inshallah, in Riyadh, in Saudi Arabia, when we will organize the Global Forum, 11th Global Forum of the Alliance. It will coincide with the 20th anniversary of the Alliance. So we have been through a long period, 20 years of, of enlarging the mandate. The mandate was at the beginning just only defending intercultural, interreligious dialogue. We engage in how to prevent violent extremism. We are working with the global strategy of UN against terrorism. We are mediating in certain conflict in Africa and different parts of the world with the network of local communities on women and young people in order to have a better understanding. We have this, mandate about fighting discrimination and hate, and now with the appointment of Islamophobia portfolio. So we have grow up, And what I have to tell you is that we are coming to a moment that when we have the idea to launch the Alliance, it was something that some of us, including myself, consider was very important and necessary. Today, even more. Today, the world has moved to a new, let's say, paradigm. We are in a multipolar world, and so we need to have this platform to make, different culture, different entity, different actor, different religion to discuss and engage together for one humanity.
What can you tell us about this conference in Saudi Arabia? Whose idea was it, and how far are we into organizing this conference?
I think it's going to be the beginning of the new chapter of the Alliance, That's the reason the Saudi leadership, the Crown Prince and the Foreign Minister, asked us to advance 1 year. Normally, the Global Forum of the Alliance is every 2 years. We have last year our global forum in Cascais in Portugal. So normally the alliance should have taken in 2 years later, no, in 2026. But the Saudi leadership thought that as it coincided with the anniversary, let's go to have it in order to set the parameters of the future mandate and work of the alliance. We're in a multipolar world, everybody agree about that. We need to understand each other, everybody agree on that, but we don't take the instrument to make it. And the alliance can create the best platform to put everybody together with this framework of understanding, respect, and mutual acceptance. And I think in Riyadh, when we will agree and present the declaration of the forum, I don't know if it will be Riyadh, it will be Jeddah. We have still some
You're still organizing it.
But the declaration will call the city when is going to be adopted. We will set, the motion of the new part of history of the Alliance of Civilization of the UN.
And it will be the 11th Global Forum
of the Alliance of Civilization of the United Nations.
And the last one in Portugal, more than 130 world leaders attended. Do you expect the same numbers or more? And to what level would you expect them to?
I'm expecting even more for many reasons. Number one, because the host, Saudi Arabia now is a great, nation, great regional power with a tremendous active and successful diplomacy that want to set, the tone of what is the new world, and that they are presenting themselves. What is the new world? The new world is, as I say, is a world that have to be engaged with everybody, even if you have a different religion, even you have a different culture, and that is the presentation of Saudi Arabia to what is going to be the 21st century. Saudi Arabia is going to be an extraordinary country, not only, of course, in the Arab family, but in the region, but in the world. And so the Alliance of Civilization is going to show that. So I think the discussion and the proposal that are going to be held are extremely important. So it will be great participation. Is of course up to the host country to invite the head of state, but foreign minister will be for sure, some head of state, some member state. We had 130. We will, I think, have more people, NGOs, civil society, religious leader. It will be a great gathering with, I'm sure, a great success. We are planning to have most probably in December.
Miguel Angel Moratinos, the United Nations High Representative for the Alliance of Civilization and Special Envoy to Combat Islamophobia. We thank you for this interview, your first since your appointment as the Special Envoy to combat Islamophobia. We thank you for your insight, and we hope we see you again and wish you the very, very best in your future plan.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.